is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. Going beast mode when the game begin. I worked all summer to be a champion. At Venice High School, all we do is win. Man, it feel good to be an Indian.
And welcome to this week's edition of the John Peacock Coaches Show. I'm John Masoni here with Venice Indian head football coach John Peacock. And Coach, Friday night, just a great atmosphere at Venice High School. Partially because West Orange Warriors brought a lot of fans into the stadium, which gave it a very not hostile but rowdy crowd, I would call it.
Yeah, for a team being that far away, over probably a 3-hour drive,
Absolutely.
especially this time of year, they packed the stands. I mean, I'm not sure how many buses they brought, but their side was slap full. Very good football team. The quarterback was as advertised. I mean, he threw that ball, and he was very, very accurate. He was on time.
He's a guy to look forward to the next 2 years, a sophomore, and he really played well.
Yeah, it was a game where they couldn't run the ball very well.
Yeah.
But we kind of knew going in the game that wasn't kind of their forte. And the first half ended a tie game, and we came out the second half and really put it on them pretty quickly.
One of the better halves of football we've seen out of Venice all year.
The defense made some plays. We had 5 interceptions on the night, which ties a school record of interceptions in a game. And doing it against, Chung came in to the game only having 2 on the season.
Yeah.
So that says a lot about, how accurate he is with the ball and the decision making he made. But we were able to get some pressure on him, and he was not taking a sack. So, he did force the ball a couple times, trying to avoid pressure, and Ashari got there a few times. And there was a few times where he was on his back foot and he kind of threw it up there, and they made some plays and actually caught the ball. So I think it was, they had a touchdown like that on 4th down, I believe.
Yes.
So it was kind of give and take. They made some plays by doing that, and also they kind of paid the price a little bit. We had 2 pick sixes, one by Walker Brown and one by Cole Weatherington.
70-35 was the final score. Indians won. Ended at the last 4 minutes, so it was a running clock. But ultimately, like you said, very competitive in the first half. 28-28 was the score at halftime. The quarterback, like I said, their running game was really their passing game.
Yeah.
He was very accurate with the short throws, and they probably had 3 or 4 guys that were different kind of runners, each one. Like if you had a couple of guys that were just straight fast is what I'm trying to say, and the other guys who were more elusive.
Right. They had four receivers that all had over 30 catches.
Right.
And then there was only one that was just stood out a little bit. He didn't stand out that much. It wasn't like he had like 1,500 yards receiving. He had 800, and everyone else was like around 500.
Right.
So we didn't really have a beat on who his favorite guy was. He just reads the play and throws the ball and makes it. He's an accurate throw. He's on time.
And the reads he made was the guy who could get the yards after the catch.
Right.
Like he wasn't just stuck on a guy and say stick there. He had number 1, he had 0, he had 2, he had all the different guys that were around him. That wherever the play was, he was getting the guy who could get more yardage afterwards. Right. He really made some great decisions. I think ultimately what it came down to is once our defense kind of got a little bit settled, we tackled a lot better. We were in position a lot better. A couple times I think some of their pass plays that they got, I don't think they didn't get them in the second half because they played the ball better. They did a lot of stuff in the secondary to kind of fix that problem. But tip of the cap to that quarterback, like you said, sophomore. He's a guy you got to watch coming, for the next couple of years.
So the interceptions, I know Walker Brown had 2, Cole had 1, Lane had 1, and Micah Hayes had 1.
No,
who was
Micah Hayes had 1.
Micah Hayes had 1.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So that was the 5. Also an onside kick, which I was a little surprised on the onside kick that they weren't ready for it because it was a 15-yard penalty. We were kicking from their 45. You would expect anybody to go for an onside kick.
And the worst case scenario for me was, they're going to get the ball at the 35. If we don't recover it, and most likely at the 30 because if we don't recover it, it's probably going to go another 5 yards. And I was thinking like they know what's up because if you remember last time we played West Orange. We kicked off from the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that's right, because all the penalties,
Kicked off from the 15-yard line, and we went onside kick there and recovered it like at the 2-yard line. So I was almost positive, like, oh, well, they know we're about to do.
And there really was nobody prepared because it was the little
beautiful kick,
the jailbreak onside kick, and it rolled perfectly to 11 yards. Reynolds got the kicker. He jumped on it. Now he's a little bigger guy too. He could go wrestle somebody for the ball, I would imagine.
Yeah, Reynolds is 6'3", 230.
Yeah.
He cleans 315 pounds and benches 330 pounds.
And he's the kicker.
Yeah, he's the kicker.
And so he got that, and that was at the time too. The game was still very much in question, and that gave you the extra possession, and that's when I think we went up 2 or 3 scores after that.
We were up 1 score, but the thing about the onside kick is we didn't score that series.
I know.
We had a penalty. We were in the red zone, and we got a penalty that backed us up, and we didn't end up scoring.
We ended up trying to kick a long field goal.
We missed the field goal. Yeah.
But what it ended up as, because the field goal missed, the ball goes to the 20.
Right.
So it was just similar to what a touchback would have been.
And it just gave us more plays against their defense, and all that stuff adds up at the end of the game. Where they've been on the field for a long time going against us, so it helped. But you'd like to have that score there to put us up 2 right out of the half.
For as well as the offense did play, I think Macho Jones really had the standout night for him. 250 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. He looked the part, if you want to say that.
I kind of knew going in, if you remember us talking last week, just he had a great week of practice, and he was I could tell he was he had his speed, he was hitting the hole. I just knew he was going to have a good game.
And he did. And he looked, like I said, he's the kind of guy that he's going to make you miss, but the last part of it is going to make you pay for it too.
Yeah.
And he hit a lot of that.
We're trying to get that out of him. We're trying to say, hey, let's make that last guy miss, and then we'll run an end zone.
Well, between him and Tyree, I don't know which one turns backwards and forwards and twists out of every trying to tackle.
I know.
They don't give up on any play.
No, they don't.
And he said, it's good to see. You love that effort, but you're right. Every once in a while, it's like, hey, when you got 4 guys on you, you just, you can kind of go to the ground at that point. Because one of the problems is ripping the ball out.
If you got one last guy, let's not run him over. Let's make him miss and then continue running.
There's no doubt about that. So
sometimes Macho sees that last guy and he's like, it's like a bull.
Yeah.
He wants to run over that last guy.
And it's that thing. Sometimes it's like, hey, I don't want to juke anybody. I'm already got the speed up. Let me just go for it.
Yeah.
And he sees that goal line too. Look out.
No doubt.
He's ready to go. Also wanted to comment on Darian Jones. He did a nice job as well this week. Tyree had a lot of the catches, but still good decision making, sort of poised in the pocket, took what he needed to get, and then had a great night rushing the football, scoring 4 touchdowns.
And he got one called back.
Yeah.
Probably the best run of the night. Probably about a 40-yard run, called back that would have really had us up before half.
Yeah.
And then we had his prettiest pass of the night was called back, a 70-yard touchdown to Tyree. So we had 110 yards, 110 yards in just those 2 plays and 2 touchdowns called back.
Yeah, but again, he when he pulled it, he knew it was open.
Did a very nice job,
and that's a lot. That's all that it's not just throwing the ball to the right guy. It's when to run, how to run, where to run to.
It just makes the offense click, and he's getting. Obviously, we knew. That he was going to get more comfortable each and every week. And I tell you what, this week in practice, his Tuesday practice was one of the best practices I've seen by a quarterback. He was on the money. And there's a lot of situations like in this past Friday, like we're not throwing real high percentage throws. Mm-hmm. They're not always real high percentage throws. we were taking shots, so his percentage was about 50%, but at the same time, we were taking shots down the field, and you can see it by the results of the plays that were complete.
And I think that part of it going downfield, that just loosens up that defense. Because I know that they had a couple guys that were kind of blitzing on almost every play, sort of freelancing a little bit. And when those guys started seeing the ball go over their head, it's that one-step hesitation. Then all of a sudden now they're not in the backfield hitting Macho.
And then his first pass to Tyree, which was ruled incomplete, out of bounds, was inbounds catch
touchdown. Should have been.
The referee said he just didn't have view of where it was at. But that was an unbelievable throw and catch. But I'd like to see Tyree give him a little more space and him not.
Yeah,
he was so close to the sideline.
It was pretty close. But again, 70-35. No complaints about the final score as
Right.
far as how things worked. And I'm sure you did have enough to coach for this week from that game. And you're still improving to get to that apex. You're still
Right.
trying to get to that best game
Right.
as you keep moving forward. After the win, you're in the regional finals again. This is the 10th year in a row that we'd be in the regional final.
10th year in a row. So we've won this third round game 9 years straight. So if we're able to win Friday night, that'll be 10 years in a row that we've won the third round
Right.
and advanced to the fourth round.
And of
I
course,
say that because there's 1 year that was
COVID.
the COVID year is kind of off, and there wasn't really a regional championship type deal. So if in all actuality, this will be the 10th year in a row winning the region championship, which is, something that I don't know. I don't know if you would ask me 10 years ago, like, hey,
Yeah.
10 years now, we're going to look back and you're going to win 10 regional championships in a row. I'd be like, I don't know. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, you're asking a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. But again, it's here we are in this situation. Another home game coming up this Friday night. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But a lot of things going on this week as well. It's a very festive week, and we got practice, some good practices that are going to be happening. So looking forward to this week.
Turkey Bowl,
right?
Yeah, Turkey Bowl's coming up Thursday. Donuts for dads, which it's not just dads. It's really
Right.
We're going to have donuts and pastries and coffee for all the families and anyone really that supports our players or that's been part of our players' lives. It's a pretty cool day that everyone gets to come out, and then we on those same lines we have the Turkey Bowl, and the winner gets the trophy. Offense has been dominating and been very dominant the last 4 or 5 years.
And it's what's great about it is it's a special practice, it's a special, but it's a special Friday night as well. When you get a chance to have to play that game on Friday night at home for a regional championship, and it's a hell of an accomplishment for sure.
The last time we weren't was 2015. That was Hewitt's senior year, and that was a Huddlegate. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
It's been a long time.
No doubt about that. With that, we'll take a quick break, come back here and do our sponsor spotlight for tonight, and then the highlights from it. Imagine there's got to be quite a few highlights this week.
Not the defensive ones were splash. There wasn't a whole lot of defensive ones, but the ones
good
that were
offensive
splash.
ones.
Yeah.
With that, we'll take a quick break, and before I forget, we're at Bogies. So, what did you have again tonight?
And if I haven't drilled this home enough, I got the tacos. I went with the beef tacos. I'm telling you, people, they're the real deal. I've got them. This is the third or fourth week in a row, and they also have the real deal chicken wings. So these are tough decisions when you have the chicken wings
doubt about it.
or you have the tacos. And so the tacos, I'm telling you, they're delicious.
And it's again the menu has been upgraded, or I should say changed a little bit since the remodel and everything else. And my gosh, they hitting home runs every single time. I mean, their specials are hitting home runs. So come to Bogies. Well, if you get a chance, this is a great weekend or week of football. My goodness, the games on Thursday are phenomenal for pro football. And then you've got as many Friday marquee games for college as you do on Saturday. So those
You got
two.
the Egg Bowl Thursday too.
Egg
and
Bowl.
then the announcement, right?
I don't know unless it's going to be some press conference or it's going to be a news. But if it's Lane Kiffin, it's going to be something crazy.
Take off his shirt, and he's going to have the
Everybody
team
says
going
he's going to do the hats. He's going to have all the hats out there. And he's not going to be on. He can't be on campus because if he picks the wrong
unless
hat,
he picks Ole Miss.
well, that might be a tell because I don't know how we get off campus if he didn't pick Ole Miss. So with that, we'll take a break. Come back here at Bogies for our highlights on the John Peacock Coaches Show. Be right back.
We'd like to take a minute to acknowledge all of our sponsors that truly make this happen. State College of Florida, Chick-fil-A,
Absolute Aluminum, Jenkins, Lightning Fast Car Wash, Venice Pest Control,
Players, Ryan Brown, Damon Wilson, Trey Burton,
Ships Excavating, AstroTurf, Athletes Perspective Group, X-Tech,
Advanced Asphalt, Sarasota Ford, the Hupp Group.
Bogies of Venice.
And a special thanks to Suncoast Credit Union.
At the Hupp Group at Keller Williams Island Life Real Estate, luxury isn't about price. Luxury is about the experience that we deliver to every client. We are a full-service real estate team offering expert marketing, strategic negotiations, and 5-star communication across every transaction. Our team includes 7 licensed realtors who work together to bring results, experience, and personalized service at every price point. With dedicated in-house marketing, operations, and complementary property styling, we elevate every listing and guide each buyer with precision and care. Over 80% of our business comes from referrals and repeat clients, because at the Hupp Group, every client receives the luxury treatment, no matter the budget. The Hupp Group, strategy, results, luxury.
Hey parents, start your child's savings adventure today with Ernie's Kids Club at Suncoast Credit Union. New members who open a youth savings account get a free 2025 Zoo Tampa Pass, financial literacy activities, and entry into special giveaways. Simply become a member and make an initial deposit of $50 or more to qualify for the Zoo Tampa Pass. Invest in your child's tomorrow while unlocking roaring savings today. Visit suncoast.com/kidsclub or your nearest branch to get started.
Quality education, exceptional value, and endless possibilities, all at State College of Florida. Thinking of starting college or switching careers? Our flexible schedules and student resources will help you get to the finish line. Apply today at scf.edu/let's go.
Back here at Bogies and the John Peacock Coaches Show. And Coach, just for our spotlight tonight, all of our sponsors. Again, this time of the year, you're just thankful for the assistance and help we get from all of our sponsors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not just for the show here, but for everybody.
We picked up some. We're picking some up. We're going to, obviously we said DeMasi,
right.
He has to come on. And then we said, my brother has committed to next year.
Absolutely.
So we're excited about that.
It's fantastic to have more people.
Who does your taxes? We'll give him a little plug this year. I mean, if you want someone who does your taxes, he can handle your taxes. And if you coach for me, I think he does them free.
I said that tagline is a good tagline, especially when you're doing a TV situation like this. It's like, who does your taxes? That pops off the page.
What we need is a detailer, like a boat detailer or a car detailer. Because I was working on my boat today, and I got dirty fingers. I mean, they're dirty,
stinky fingers for sure.
Yeah.
So you like a different career altogether.
Right.
You
need someone to work on boats and cars like that.
No doubt. So all our sponsors, thank you again for helping us out here. We have a good time with it, and I hope you guys do as well. I think it's a good opportunity. Not just, it's a sponsor spotlight, but it follows on to for the high school, for the kids spotlight.
We were going to have somebody on tonight, but they didn't want to come on because of Thanksgiving. But I think we're having somebody from Bogies come on and do a little segment next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that will definitely be the case. So with that, thank you for all our sponsors. We'll go right now to our highlights from last Friday's victory against West Orange Warriors. Here we go.
All right, the second play of the game on defense, we came up with a Micah Walker. Or no, yeah, this was
Micah Hayes.
Micah Hayes that's his interception. Micah Hayes on the second play of the game, which we were feeling pretty good about ourselves, but we didn't put it in the end zone either.
No.
We gave it right back to him. We didn't turn the ball over, but we weren't able to score. You'll see this is the catch that we felt that was in bounds that referee said didn't have good.
Just
good
right there, you couldn't see if he had the ball in his hand with a. And there's no arguing that call. I mean, that's the way he sees it. It was fast. It was really, and he did it. He was on the spot too. So
and then they actually came down and scored and went up 6-0 because they missed the extra point. Again, running the ball, they'd had pretty much zero success running the ball. I think they maybe gained 10 yards on a draw late in the game. But
I thought it was interesting the squib kick.
They kicked
wrong
to
guy.
Tyree once, and then you see right here, I mean, he almost breaks it. And I think he had another time where he got the ball.
Two he had. Yeah.
And but then after that they stopped kicking his way.
And there's Darian showing his ability to run, and again, maybe you want him to get down a little bit too when he's running. Also,
that was a design draw. I thought we did a good job up front getting him out in the open field, and then here's a RPO there to Tyree. You see he's flailing. I mean, every time he's really
he's going for
trying to get off those tackles. And then here's Dorian. Unbelievably hard run. I mean, it was just like that all night. Like if you're going to tackle him, you better bring it.
bringing
Like
it,
he's
no
just
doubt.
not going to go down by any arm tackles. And got lucky here. The ball actually hit Roman Mott when he pulled, and Darian
and it bounced
picked
right
it up.
in his hands. I mean,
Yep.
that you don't usually get a bounce like that with a football.
And that wasn't even Darian's run, but he did a really nice job of really taking the ball exactly where the run was supposed to go anyway.
And that's what a good quarterback knows where it's
Yep.
supposed to go. Yeah.
But almost like he never missed a beat. Shari almost had a good play there in the backfield, but I felt like we hustled all night on defense and got to the ball pretty well. And again, they had a hard time running the ball on us at any point.
That's Judson again.
Yeah.
He's good at that goal line, kind of crashing
Yes.
down on that.
Yep. And here's another time where I think they were trying to not kick it to Tyree,
And it
it got to him.
because that got a little scary there for a second because
Yep.
it was bouncing around
And
again.
he almost takes it again, but nice return past the 50. I mean, he's dangerous. I can't believe he hasn't returned one all the way this year.
The opportunities are not as much.
Oh yeah,
as
that's true. He doesn't get a whole lot of opportunities, but
if you give him 15 tries, he's probably going to score twice.
I just can't believe he hasn't done it this year. But nice throw and catch there. A 10-yard reception turns into a 43-yard gain. He's just so explosive with the ball in his hand. He's a special player for sure.
I love to see the offensive lineman downfield too. After a long play,
Yeah.
So on Macho's run, you see it on Tyree's catch.
You see, here's one where
Yeah,
Darian pulled it, and it was like that all night. I mean, when he pulled it, he was pretty much
Wide open.
scot-free.
And again, blocking downfield, but with our wide receivers, this goes back to
Yeah,
back in when Sessa and those guys, and everybody always blocked well. And
great play
with
by
the
I want
receivers.
to say that was Cole and Ashari there, on the play in the backfield.
There's a little
And then
pressure again.
Little pressure, and that comes up with Micah Walker's pick. This was a pick six. I want to say Judson, and I couldn't tell who was the other guy there that hit him.
There was a lot of QB pressures by the whole front line.
Yeah,
So they all got their share.
But he didn't hold on to it long. I mean, if we were showing his good clips, he was pretty impressive. He had 445 yards passing. Again, they didn't have much in the run game.
No, they just kind of kept everybody honest a little bit with that. Was about it.
Again, Macho. He's going to run through those arm tackles.
You see, and even there, it's like
Wild man.
2 more yards.
Yeah. You better bring it. And he had a 200-yard night on limited carries. I think 16 for 220 years.
250 I had him for.
250 on 16. Like just right here.
Yeah, he's just not going to stop.
You better make sure he's down. He's like I said. We're it's actually a pretty good thing. That he was hurt. The amount of time he was hurt, because now he's super fresh. Again, there's Darian.
And there's blocking that. Somebody, you just
Well, that's Tyree. He's going to take two guys.
block.
Usually
They're
two
all
guys
with him, and if you go that way,
Yep.
absolutely. Good throw and catch here.
Yeah, that was third down situation. He's gonna catch the ball when someone's right on him as well.
And here's the one I think that gets called
Yeah,
back.
this one was the one that was called back. But again, great run.
Got a good stiff arm too.
Good blocking
He'll
up front.
definitely give it to you.
He's a big dude. He's a big dude running the ball.
Got Frazier with a
Frazier,
great
yep,
catch.
yep.
Kind of left his feet and got it right off the ground. Did a nice job.
So that's where we went into a half. That was the last play for us in the first half. And then they got the ball back, and that was kind of the last play for them of the first half as well.
And that could have been the 6th interception right there.
It could have been, yeah. Well, actually, they had one more play. I think this
Right.
was the last play. And that could have been the 6th or 7th interception too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we said, we did have pressure on them all night, and then we came out and did a nice job. Oh no, this was the last play of the half. This was the last play of the half because we're going the other way. So
this is where we start.
Yeah, so this is where we start. We had a touchdown call back, and then the next play after that, Dorian broke off this run. And then we had another nice run immediately after that where we scored 2 touchdowns in 3 plays. One of them didn't count.
You're right.
And then see Macho actually gets down to the inside the 5 or at the 5. And then the next play we kind of get it in. A long way here.
Moving all the pieces around.
See, we got
And
Mock in the
backfield.
backfield. And then Darion finishes out the run. But, I mean, he's a big dude, man, especially down there in the goal line. And when he gets his pad level low, and he knows how to run the ball.
If you got Mock at fullback and him coming behind you.
Yeah, I know, right? There's a lot of meat coming through there.
Here's the onside kick.
Yeah, this is where they had a personal foul on the touchdown. And great kick, perfect kick. Did a good job up front.
He did a good job shielding his body where the ball, and it was a great play.
And then, so we were unfortunate we weren't able to put it in end zone on this ensuing drive. I think we did have a big play. We got down inside the 20. We had the pass interference. Pass interference.
And that was smart because that kid was burned, and he just was not going to let. That's you should. That's a good play when you think about it.
Well, if not, it was
15
a touchdown.
Or it's a touchdown.
So it turned
You
out
take the
very
15,
positive for him.
Take the 15.
So we're still up. It's still now it's a 35-28 ball game, and they're still kind of in it, even though we had the ball for quite a long time.
We did
7 minutes, which is really long for us.
This is the part of the game where the defensive line started to get taken.
Yeah, see, Ashari did a nice job getting flat on that, and then see we get some pressure. Great play for a 1-yard gain. This is on 3rd down. You can see the linebackers started really understanding where the receivers were coming from.
Right. Everything in front of them.
And then right here, this is 3rd and long, and they throw a screen, and we're right on it. We're right on it. Judson makes a good play, slips that tackle, and gets underneath it and makes a good play. And then from here, I mean, it kind of started falling apart for him. We had a big play here on. Are coming up here in a second, but you see Frazier there, nice catch on RPO, and you see right here we have a big play to Macho on the sideline. The thing is Tyree he draws so much attention, it opens up so many other things for us.
Things behind him a little bit.
Yeah. Macho again, a nice carry.
And
this
takes
is a really,
the end zone.
really nice run here.
And again, just patiently makes a move and steps to the side, and then he puts his speed on, and there he goes.
And this is a 70-yard touchdown. I think this was the one that was called back. No, this one's not called back. This was a 70-yard touchdown.
Wide open.
Yeah. If he doesn't get the one called back earlier, I mean, he has a 200-plus night.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and 2 touchdowns.
So that's when you can see that competitively it got to the point where
so we had
on
a
him.
comfortable score now, so they had to make some plays. See a nice play there by Judson. So they had to make some plays, and they had to come up with some stops on offense. Or their defense had to come up with some stops, and we kind of felt like they weren't going to stop us anymore. We were running the ball so well, and we were throwing the ball as well. And then you see Lane come up here with a big interception.
And a nice return.
Yeah. So you're at the point now where you're up by 2, and now you get the ball back, a chance to go up by 3.
Good elusiveness there, and
he does a good job getting a first down. Reload the sticks, still have the ball. Coming up on the 4th quarter, Macho's another nice run here.
I thought if he went it to the outside on that one, he might have taken it a little further, but he's the guy with the ball.
I want to say he scores here. I mean, you see just the running lanes just kind of really, really open up. Yeah, they did a good job early. It's always like that. The beginning of the game, it's kind of tough early. You just got to stick with it, make some adjustments. Coach Hunter does an unbelievable job making in-game adjustments on the sideline. And see right here, this is where Shari
Got to the quarterback.
Really planted that guy.
Really got to him.
He actually left the game for a couple plays here, and then when he came back,
he wasn't effective.
Yeah, he was feeling Ashari come after him, and then we had an interception here by Cole for a touchdown.
Such a great.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I mean, Shari comes and plants me, and then
not doing that.
I'm probably getting rid of that thing too.
And it's great to see a defensive lineman get an interception for a touchdown, and no matter who it is, pros, college, high school. But that was a good play right there, and showed he could run it in and carry it in the end zone.
So that put us up by 3 or 4. I want to say we were up by 4 scores there. So we're basically one score away from getting the clock running, and it's really something I really wanted to kind of make sure. It was a great tackle by Micah Hayes, great break on the ball. That's a third down and 7, and this was 4th down coming up.
And I want to say this is potentially another. No, not it was
Micah Hayes.
Yeah,
or Micah Walker Brown. Walker Brown with an interception.
Yep. And we thought, well, if you go for it, but then he did the smart thing and sat down.
So right here, we score here, then that puts us up. It'll get a running clock going. I really wanted to do that so we get our guys out of the game and kind of finish the game. It's kind of getting chippy on their side.
Yeah, it's because the outcome is pretty much there, but you just don't. You just want to risk a situation, and it's not an injury so much as somebody gets an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and we don't want to have those issues for moving forward.
John Ford came in and ran the ball really well. Did a nice job
watching him run. He's not the same guy, but they have a similar style to running as Macho. This Darian, that's a smart play right there, just taking it down, not taking the hit.
So John comes up with a big run here in a
does.
second. There it is right here. Almost was able to break it and finish the deal there, but he was able to get an end zone a couple plays later right here. And then we went for 2 to get the clock going, and we're able to punch that in as well, and that was pretty much the end of the game. Like I said, it started to get chippy there at the end.
And you just, like I said, and almost the last 4 minutes of the game were just sort of in with discussions on penalties and whatnot.
Yeah,
there wasn't really anything more.
They had
a
player get ejected. You see right there, he punched Mock, but he had a player get ejected right here. So then the game, you saw that they had a player get ejected, and it was kind of getting chippy. And you could kind of understand that. You got kids that are
it's last game of their careers and
played the whole
tough.
season, and the season is coming to an end. So it gets really emotional. So, I decided that it was probably best for us not to shake hands. Nothing in the manner of not wanting to show sportsmanship. I ran over there and shook the head coach's hand and told him, like, hey, we're not going to shake hands. I just don't want anything, silly to happen here at the end with either of our players just being at a highly emotional state. And then, there were some comments on that online,
right?
Questioning why that took place, and then at the same time there was 3 or 4 instances throughout Florida and Georgia,
bad stuff,
where there was brawls after the game in the handshake line. You saw at Gainesville High School in Georgia that had 39 players ejected and suspended that cannot play this next round coming up. So basically,
it's over.
Their whole season's over. You lost 39 guys. I mean, they're not going to win the next round.
And like you said,
there was a fight at Lakeland Gaither.
Absolutely. So you know the emotions there, and you want it. It's sometimes you can read the room, if you know what I'm saying. When it's this is a little bit whatever, and I think probably the fact that you're addressing it now, you probably got to address it with your team.
Yeah, we do.
And
we
say,
address
like,
it all
guys,
the time.
listen, if there could be a situation where somebody's not happy and you got a big smile on your face and you miss his handshake and you don't like, just little circumstantial things can lead to an outburst. You got to walk away and hopefully that doesn't happen. But you're right. You're showing examples of last week where teams in different parts of the state and even in the South are facing a real tough time.
I heard there was a fight down south with our buddies.
See, yeah.
Nothing on film though, but that's what I heard.
But that's that's what's going to happen.
So
a lot of chirping.
moving forward, I mean, I really think that I may address it with each coach before the game, like, hey,
right,
let's agree to
Right.
do this to really kind of prevent anything dumb from happening
Right.
on either of us, by
Right.
either of us. Not
Right.
to say that we would, or not to say that they would, but just, the whole idea and concept of it to me is kind of nonsense.
Well, look at the pros. You had a situation in the Monday night game, Carolina and San Francisco.
But they don't get in a line and shake hands.
No, but even with that guy went and seeked that other guy out because he hit him in the
right
private parts.
But
and
but
he
in the
wanted
pros,
to get back at him.
it's like the game's over. If you want to go,
Right.
talk to your buddy, go talk to him. If you don't want to go talk to him, go to the locker room.
And that's the same thing with college. College, so they kind of mill out there. These guys played with each other and on 7-on-7 teams in high school together
Yeah.
and everything else. They know each other. A lot of times that happens, but yeah, it's even that can be a sticky wicket because all it takes is one silly little comment.
But I think if when you're forcing them, like, hey, you just lost the game, your season's over. You're never gonna. Some of these kids are never gonna play high school football again. Let's go shake these guys' hands.
Right.
Who you just been battling with, and it should. In theory, it should be fine. It shouldn't be an issue. You should show sportsmanship. In theory, it sounds good, but when you're in the heat of the moment, sometimes you're like, man, this is not good right now.
Right.
This is not good. Those guys are heated. Our guys are happy. Like, this is not going to be a good mix.
Right.
Like right now for these young men over there and these young men over here. Like, let's show sportsmanship a different way.
And a lot of times, in like team like West Orange, they have a good record. They play high competition.
Right.
I mean, their expectations to come down here and win this football game, and then at the end of the day, you're down by 35 points, and it doesn't feel good. It's
Right.
not something you expected to happen. So it's human nature. It's not like anybody's saying one team or any team. It could be. There's
Right.
plenty of schools that have never had any issues, and just one time it can happen. So yeah, you're right. You got to be careful, and I think that addressing it with the opposition is something that I think it's a fair thing to do, and then so they understand what the concept of what you're going to do is for sure. So again, 70-35 though was the final score. We'll come back here at Bogies to talk about this week's opponent, the Sumner Stingrays. Have I got that right? Or the Sumner. Okay. I know Sefner's up there. Sumner Stingrays.
It's the Sefner Armwood Hawks
And
the Sumner Stingrays.
So I'm going to make sure that's going to be
The head
something.
coach is George Selvey. Remember that name?
Yes.
Defensive end?
Yes, absolutely. USF.
Yeah.
Yep, no doubt. So we'll they get come to Powell Davis Stadium this week, and we'll see what happens in that regional championship. Back here at Bogies for more football discussion on the John Peacock Coaches Show right after this.
We'd like to take a minute to acknowledge all of our sponsors that truly make this happen. State College of Florida, Chick-fil-A,
Absolute Aluminum, Jenkins, Lightning Fast Car Wash, Venice Pest Control,
Players, Ryan Brown, Damon Wilson, Trey Burton,
Ships Excavating, AstroTurf, Athletes Perspective Group, X-Tech,
Advanced Asphalt, Sarasota Ford, The Hupp Group,
Bogies of Venice.
and a special thanks to Suncoast Credit Union.
At the Hupp Group at Keller Williams Island Life Real Estate, luxury isn't about price. Luxury is about the experience that we deliver to every client. We are a full-service real estate team offering expert marketing, strategic negotiations, and 5-star communication across every transaction. Our team includes 7 licensed realtors who work together to bring results, experience, and personalized service at every price point. With dedicated in-house marketing, operations, and complimentary property styling, we elevate every listing and guide each buyer with precision and care. Over 80% of our business comes from referrals and repeat clients, because at the Hupp Group, every client receives the luxury treatment, no matter the budget. The Hupp Group, strategy, results, luxury.
Hey parents, start your child's savings adventure today with Ernie's Kids Club at Suncoast Credit Union. New members who open a youth savings account get a free 2025 Zoo Tampa Pass, financial literacy activities, and entry into special giveaways. Simply become a member and make an initial deposit of $50 or more to qualify for the Zoo Tampa Pass. Invest in your child's tomorrow while unlocking roaring savings today. Visit suncoast.com/kidsclub or your nearest branch to get started.
Quality education, exceptional value, and endless possibilities. All at State College of Florida. Thinking of starting college or switching careers? Our flexible schedules and student resources will help you get to the finish line. Apply today at scf.edu/letsgo.
And we're back here on the John Peacock Coaches Show. Coach, the Sumner Stingrays come into town. Kind of, I guess, the seeding 2-3. They played Riverview and beat them 31-21, I think the final score was. So they're coming here a hot team with an exotic defense and a pretty good quarterback. So can you fill us in on the rest of that?
Well, their starting quarterback got knocked out of the Lakeland game for the season.
Okay.
Which was, I don't want to say they played Lakeland week 9 or 10. And then they basically took their best athlete and put him at quarterback. Now, he can throw.
Yeah.
He definitely can run and move. They typically stick him on defense. And well, first of all, their defense is zero coverage. They're in zero coverage, and they are a high percentage blitz team. Basically, they're bringing the house, and they're manning you up.
Right.
And they're bringing more than you can block on pretty much multiple occasions, and high percentage of the plays they're bringing more than you can block, and they're manning you up on defense. And they got some really good athletes that are playing man coverage. But number 9, who you're talking about, I don't know his name. I go by numbers. He's doing a really nice job on the offensive side of buying time in the pocket and finding receivers late on kind of like scramble situations. And he runs the ball very well. He's fast. He's athletic. So we're going to have to do a really, really good job of tackling him. We've been practicing all week with that. We're putting Tyree out at quarterback and letting the defense, get some looks at him scrambling around and him buying
Chase
some time. And kind of how that feels and how that looks and how you have to kind of stay in coverage and stay with your man and stick with your man. But defensively, I mean, I don't know. I think it's going to be, obviously the strength of their team is their defense.
Right.
There's no doubt about it. The strength of their team is their defense. I can see it. I can see this being a low-scoring game.
Okay.
Where it comes down to our defense having to come up with some stops late. And, they're going to make you look bad on defense sometimes. They're going to get in the backfield and they're going to, get some run-through situations where they're going to have some tackles for loss and put you in bad situations. The big thing for us is we gotta take care of the football. We can't have interceptions. We can't have fumbles. We got to take care of the football. And if the worst thing that should happen to us offensively is that we have to call for the punt team. Right. But other than that, they're gonna, like I said, I think there's they give you some opportunities when they're gambling that much to have a possibility of some big runs or big throws. But at the same time, they're going to have some situations where they make you look bad at times. And
there's that old adage: if the drive ends in a kick, it's good. In some games, it's good. Meaning, that's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point.
Well, like Coach Butler used to say, "You live by the sword, you die by the sword." Right. So so they're going to live by the sword, they're going to die by the sword.
And I think part of that pressure, it can create penalties. Because now you see somebody ready to go and you get a little jumpy on the offensive line. Not to mention that if someone's getting by you, you put your arm out a little bit. Those are the kind of plays that we've seen. We've seen a couple of plays get called back this time of playoff, and I can see it happen. Maybe some plays might because somebody reaching a little bit. Hope it doesn't happen, but that defense can create all those kind of problems for you. Yeah. Not just the breakthrough sacks or the tackle for loss, but the pressure it puts on you mentally. Try to make sure you're doing your job.
Right.
Again, looking forward to what our team can do. Obviously, Darion's has had a nice couple of games so far. Macho is back in form as well. But you've got a bevy of different people that have touched the ball here so far in the playoffs. Frazier makes a couple catches in the game against West Orange, and so does Macho makes a nice catch on a wheel route. Those are things that when you see it on film, you're like, okay, who's next? Because last week before that, it was Green and it was Lynch. Yeah.
And Lynch, we expect Lynch to make some plays, or Green to make some plays.
And those are some big targets too. Yeah. Those guys are big guys.
Yeah, so we feel like we have a couple of things where we can take advantage of in the passing game. But the problem is, it's easy if you're playing 7-on-7, but the problem is they're bringing more than you can block.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you're going to have to make quick decisions and good throws and accurate throws and place it to where it's going to be to our advantage. Now, on that being said, I feel like we do have some taller guys that may have a slight advantage in that. And then Tyree attacks the ball. He can get up. I mean, I'm not worried about
area. He's getting it.
I'm not worried about him as far as any ball placement. He's gonna attack it no matter where it's at.
Now, you said about this defense. I remember many years ago, Charlotte used to do a kind of a defense where they would root us out a little bit or whatever, kind of create that havoc on the line of scrimmage. Similar to that, or is it totally different?
No. Some plays you're going to see eight guys standing up at the line of scrimmage or hand out line of scrimmage, and they're coming. It's straight zero coverage where they're not playing off man. They're playing in your face, 2 yards off the ball, 1 yard off the ball, or straight in your face, and they're manning you up and they're running with you no matter where you go.
Friday night, Powell Davis Stadium, 7:30. The weather is going to be fall, wintry.
Yeah,
for us.
What is it, 68?
For the high all day. So by the time game time, I imagine it's probably going to be in the low 60s. But again, you don't get that much here. Usually, sometimes you get these muggy, sort of hazy nights, but it's going to be clear and dry and
I'll
ready
be fighting
for football.
The battle of they're going to want to wear God knows what, but that ain't happening. But they're going to. I won't wear tights. I won't wear long sleeves. I won't wear. Can I get can we get heaters on the sideline? It's going to be nuts. But they're crazy. But yeah, just if there's anybody watching, you're not wearing anything special.
I'll tell you something, but they do know the way they look, how they look. There's definitely, and I give them credit. They look good when they go out there. There's no doubt about it. Everything's sharp, and you want to make sure you're looking right for the game. With that, we'll take our final break at the night and come back and talk a little bit about the local stuff that's going on. 5 teams left in the area that are still playing football. We'll discuss where they're at and discuss just the general what Friday night's going to be all about for us as well. We'll be back here at Bogey's and John Peacock Coaching Show right after this.
We'd like to take a minute to acknowledge all of our sponsors that truly make this happen. State College of Florida, Chick-fil-A,
Absolute Aluminum, Jenkins, Lightning Fast Car Wash, Venice Pest Control,
Players, Ryan Brown, Damon Wilson, Trey Burton,
Ships Excavating, AstroTurf, Athletes Perspective Group, X-Tech,
Advanced Asphalt, Sarasota Ford, The Hupp Group,
Bogies of Venice,
and a special thanks to Suncoast Credit Union.
At the Hupp Group at Keller Williams Island Life Real Estate, luxury isn't about price. Luxury is about the experience that we deliver to every client. We are a full-service real estate team offering expert marketing, strategic negotiations, and 5-star communication across every transaction. Our team includes 7 licensed realtors who work together to bring results, experience, and personalized service at every price point. With dedicated in-house marketing, operations, and complimentary property styling, we elevate every listing and guide each buyer with precision and care. Over 80% of our business comes from referrals and repeat clients, because at the Hupp Group, every client receives the luxury treatment, no matter the budget. The Hupp Group, strategy, results, luxury.
Hey parents, start your child's savings adventure today with Ernie's Kids Club at Suncoast Credit Union. New members who open a youth savings account get a free 2025 Zoo Tampa Pass, financial literacy activities, and entry into special giveaways. Simply become a member and make an initial deposit of $50 or more to qualify for the Zoo Tampa Pass. Invest in your child's tomorrow while unlocking roaring savings today. Visit suncoast.com/kidsclub or your nearest branch to get started.
Quality education, exceptional value, and endless possibilities. All at State College of Florida. Thinking of starting college or switching careers? Our flexible schedules and student resources will help you get to the finish line. Apply today at scf.edu/let's go.
And we're back here at Bogies for the John Peacock Coaches Show. Coach, Manatee, Booker, Cardinal Mooney, Venice, Port Charlotte, all in the regional final. For our area, that's a pretty cool deal to have. Everybody. And
what did we start with?
As far as we had eight.
Start eight?
Eight or nine. I think it's 8, though. And
we have 5 left now?
5 left.
After this week, there'll be 4.
Okay. And like I said, so
well, let's just say there's 3 because we're not going to talk about Venice. We're not going to talk about Venice.
Right.
I see Manatee is going to be in the state semifinals. Booker is going to be in the state semifinals. And Mooney is going to be in the state semifinals. My team this week, which I picked Palmetto last week. My team this week is Port Charlotte dropping out,
and they might have the toughest task for them.
They do,
because Jesuit's a very good football team, and got a quarterback, a D1 prospect going Florida, right? So,
but I tell you, I won't be surprised if they don't.
No. Like I said,
you know what I mean. I just won't be surprised if they don't.
Right.
Now next week, if we have 4 in the state semifinals, I think half get bounced next week.
Okay.
And I see 2 being in the state championship.
And that's because when you get to those 4, then you're looking at sort of like it gets real tight as far as if you look at the rankings and everything else. It starts to condense down, and then you're playing some games.
I think one of the biggest games in the state this week is going to be Northwestern versus Central. That was a 1-score game in the regular season because I think they're in the same district. And then they have a rematch this week, and
imagine Travis Powell Stadium would be
oh my
packed,
gosh,
man,
it is going to
packed.
If we weren't in it, I'd be there. I'd be there
because that's a rivalry, and it's nationally ranked teams as well. No love lost between the two teams. So
I mean, they're literally like 4 blocks from each other.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
No, so and that's you start to see those kind of matchups where this is nationally ranked football teams that are playing each other to proceed on and try to get that championship and get that ring.
Yeah.
So with that, Powell Davis Stadium, 7:30. Be there early if you can, because obviously it's that time of the year. It's going to be Black Friday. People are going to be shopping and everything else.
You get this time of year. You see like pregame, like both sides of the stadium are filled, and then the middle is like kind of sparse because they got their ticket and they can sit there, so they don't got to show up at 6.
Right.
So they show up at 7, but at 6 those sides get filled. So if you want to get a good seat, you better get there early. If
you can't make it, NFHS Network. Go on there. A lot of people I know at this point have already got their subscriptions to it because they've watched this before. Right. But if you haven't, there's a monthly opt and you can kind of opt out of it if you want to. But again, NFHS will show all sports all year. They do all kinds of stuff. So if you're a high school sports fan,
pretty much get all the playoff games.
Absolutely, all the playoff games. But again, they do other games as well.
But come to the game. We want you at our game.
It's a great weekend for football. It's the best weekend for football, I think, overall, because you got the Thursday, Friday, which rivalry week, and you have Friday night for high school football, regional championships. You can't ask for a better situation. Moving forward, you go Saturday as well, and then Sunday. So come on out to Powell Davis Stadium and join us if you can. Again, if you can't, go ahead on the NFHS network. It is still the VSN broadcast. It'll be me and my partner for this week, and Francis and the crew will put together a heck of a broadcast for you guys if you can't make it. Well, Coach, we went the whole way without even discussing the fact that we're wearing our normal attire for Thanksgiving. I think that I think sometimes maybe this might be something we should break out just for something, down the road.
Just show the spirit.
I'll tell you what, you are way more comfortable in that this year than you were last year.
Yeah.
You were sweating in that thing last year.
I mean, we're getting to view this on Thanksgiving Day. People, want to be part of the festivities.
We want to make sure that everybody knows that we're wishing them all a happy Thanksgiving. This is our homage to you guys to
make
show
sure
you
you thank the people you care about.
No doubt about it. It's thankful for friends, family, and football. How's that sound? So with that, we'll say goodbye to you tonight. enjoy your turkey tonight, or actually, you're probably eating some pie if you're watching us right now. You're right. You think
7:30? I don't know. We're eating early. We're eating like 12:30 in the afternoon.
So do you guys do turkey early and then maybe like a ham later
Well, we've
on?
done it. No, well, this is the first year we've done it. We usually do it at, we eat at 6, and then we're doing dishes late. So my wife changed it to we're eating at 12:30.
Ooh, so
right?
it's lunch.
So I'll probably be getting off a turkey nap.
Yeah, you about 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
You'll be breaking out the stuffing.
Yeah,
It's either
turkey,
sandwiches or it's another plate.
turkey nap. I'll have a turkey nap and probably just be getting.
See, I think the second plate, that's where you get a paper plate or something, a nice.
I wish we did all paper plates.
So, but you have the nice dinner sit
But
down.
you
and when
gotta do
leftovers.
the nice plates.
Yeah,
and
but
the nice,
but the second dinner.
the second dinner's definitely got to
that's
be
paper plate deal.
Yeah,
for
it's
me.
got to be paper plate.
So I hope you're enjoying you enjoyed your dinner, and then come out tomorrow night for the Venice game. So
Yep.
So for Coach John Peacock, I'm John Massoni. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time on the John Peacock Coaches Show.
What time is it? Game time. 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 Going beast mode when the game begin. I worked all summer to be a champion. At Venice High School, all we do is win. Man, it feel good to be an